The nexus of next means putting people at the heart of progress.
A Nigerian firm wins $1 million for innovative technology in food production as Abuja Sustainability Week opens. Senate reconvenes plenary after break, renews commitment to work towards improving citizens' livelihoods. Customs surpasses 2024 revenue target by 22%, announces generation of more than 6.1 trillion naira. Hello and welcome to the News Desk at 6 on NTA 24. I am Mina Daniels. The 2025 Abuja Sustainability Week has officially opened in the United Arab Emirates capital with the Zade Sustainability Prize. State House correspondent Musbal Danwahab reports that a Nigerian company is one of the awardees in the 17th edition of the prize, winning $1 million for its innovative technology in food production.
The government of the United Arab Emirates invites world leaders to this stage to assess the state of sustainability efforts. President Bola Tinubu is one of the 13 leaders invited from across the world. The Emirates have been living an incredible story of turning a desert to a fertile land, and the country is now leading a direction of new possibilities, setting the pace in renewable energy and other sustainability measures.
I am pleased to announce the launch of the world's first renewable energy facility capable of providing renewable energy at scale around the clock. The nexus of next means putting people at the heart of progress. It means uniting to address global challenges. And it means recognizing that no discovery is worth making unless it helps humanity and improves lives. And that is the Zade Sustainability Prize. And that is what the prize is all about.
Championing the cause of protecting the earth and empowering people for a sustainable future, the government of UAE is also spreading its tentacles through the Zayed Sustainability Prize, recognizing and supporting outstanding bodies in this direction. And then, a proud moment for Nigeria and indeed the president, as a Nigerian company won a prize in food production out of the 6 major categories of the prizes.
And the winner is Nafarm Foods. Congratulations!
We make hybrid solar food dryers for drying food, fruits, vegetables. We also support other cottage food processors, which is the center, that's the core of our business.
Nafarm Foods is based in Kaduna State with operations currently in 6 northern states.
So with this award, we believe we are going to reach 16 other states, so next. And it will really go a long way.
Our winners today, changing the world.
The summit continues with other events, including high-level sessions of world leaders. In Abu Dhabi, Musbal and Wahab, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu's administration has been commended for the reforms that have been set in motion to reposition the economy for greater prosperity of citizens. The National Coalition on Accountability and Probity in Governance, however, stresses that for Nigerians to fully appreciate these reforms, they must soon translate into a better and tangible living conditions for Nigerians. To achieve this, the group is calling on the federal government to prioritize capital releases, especially to contractors, which will speed up infrastructural development, improve businesses and SMEs, as well as create job opportunities.
Are crucial drivers of economic activity. Capital releases are not merely expenditures, they are investments that stimulate economic growth. The need for tangible life-improving results cannot be overstated. We have faith with the reforms of Tinubu, but we want these reforms also to translate to impact making, to touching the lives of Nigerians in very practical and practicable ways, reducing unemployment, reducing hunger, and abating frustration.
The Senate reconvenes plenary after the Christmas and New Year break with renewed commitment to work towards improving the livelihoods of citizens. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, in an address said the Red Chamber will work meticulously on the 2025 budget proposal under consideration with the usual patriotic zeal. He also hinted plans to further amend the Electoral Act.
As the nation begins preparations for the next electoral cycle in 2027, we have a unique opportunity to strengthen our democracy by tinkering with our electoral acts, to strengthen it for the congresses, primaries, etc., and conventions. Electoral reform is not just a legislative duty, it is a moral imperative. It is our chance to give Nigerians and the entire people a system that is transparent, that is credible, and reflective of their will and the will of all citizens. Every vote must count.
Senate has, in the meantime, confirmed appointees of President Tinubu for the Southeast and Northwest Development Commissions. The Senate Committee on Information and National Orientation has rejected the 8.9 billion naira budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Information and National Orientation. This, according to the committee, is based on the fact that the envelope provided for the ministry in the 2025 appropriation bill is inadequate. We'll bring you that support in our subsequent bulletins. Moving on, the House of Representatives has passed a resolution advocating increased funding, provision of modern equipment and enhanced welfare packages for the armed forces of Nigeria. At the resumption of plenary, Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu, who stood in for Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, commended the sacrifices and heroism of the armed forces in protecting the territorial integrity of the nation at all times.
Demonstrating their courage and the growing efficacy of coordinated military operations. The House remains steadfast in supporting these efforts through legislative measures that enhance security frameworks and address emerging threats.
The House also calls on the relevant committees of the House to regularly assess and provide recommendations for the improvement of the armed forces operations, ensuring their continued efficiency and effectiveness.
That this House do amend this motion to include an offer of automatic scholarship through basic, senior secondary and tertiary education for the children of our fallen heroes, so that this will motivate the forces, the armed forces, to do better while in their line of duty.
I look forward to a situation where, as a country, we display this solemnity on the occasion of the interaction of Armed Forces Remembrance Day, by offering services and visiting the homes of fallen soldiers and men and women who are on the battlefront.
At the Committee of the Whole, the House adopted the report of a conference committee which harmonized the Southwest Development Commission bill as passed by the Senate and the House of Representatives.
This is the final that the House has just passed, and which means that it will be transmitted by the clerk to the National Assembly straight to the President for his assent. And once that is done, Bukhari, Southwest Development Commission has come to stay. Part of the neglects we've had in the past in the Southwest, it's been accommodated in the version of the bill: flood, erosion, and the certification of our forests, and of course, increased funding for developmental programs in terms of agriculture, in terms of human development index that we have measured, and then that the Southwest Development Commission wants to. You are going to have a commission in place that will look at all these, and then yearly and periodically they will be assessed and then be preparing budgets.
Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has received the new Permanent Secretary, State House, Temitope Fashedemi, at her office in the Villa. The meeting, which was held behind closed doors, is to enable the new Permanent Secretary familiarize himself with the intervention programs of the First Lady towards supporting the smooth delivery for the benefit of women, youths, and vulnerable groups in the country. Speaking after the closed-door meeting, the Permanent Secretary expresses his readiness to establish needed frameworks to support both the President and the First Lady in their renewed health agenda.
Whatever intervention she's, even I'm coming from Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Even there in agriculture, she has projects that she's doing all over the country, where we have been instrumental in supporting that as well. So even in agri, and she has projects all over the place. So now in State House is for me to facilitate, her movement and the movement of our team in achieving all these projects to ensure that there's efficient delivery of services.
And the Nigerian Customs Service has announced the generation of more than 6.1 trillion naira for 2024. In a news conference highlighting its operations in the previous year, Controller General of the Service, Adewale Adeniyi, emphasized that the agency surpassed its revenue target of 5.07 trillion naira by 22%.
We recorded another unprecedented performance in revenue collection in the year 2024. During this year, we collected a total sum of 6 trillion, 105 billion, 315 billion, 543,489 naira 50 kobo. This performance surpassed our target of 5.079 trillion by 1 trillion.
And electricity, as you know, is the lifeline of any economy. Road, on the other hand, attracts development. So this explains how critical the two projects are to the growth and development of the society. Now the residents of Abuja are caught in between the two needs as the roads and power projects are ongoing concurrently, and respite seems to be in the offing for timely completion. Let's join Joshua Ojito for update.
Abuja is expanding and there is growing demand for infrastructure, and the Federal Capital Development Authority says it is addressing this with the dualization of Apo-Kashi Road with work in progress. Power infrastructure will be affected, and so the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, announced 2 weeks rationing of electricity in parts of Abuja to enable their men relocate this power line for road construction.
132 kV and 33 kV towers are being affected by the road dualization project along the Kukwaba-Apo line on the outer southern expressway of Abuja. Dismantling, reconstruction and restringing of the line are in progress to meet the 2 weeks deadline. As a result of this, electricity supply is rationed in some parts of Abuja and Nasarawa State from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily throughout the 2 weeks period expected to end on 20th of January 2025.
The good intention of FCT administration to relocate the towers to the new front edges of the road. It's not a bad idea, but what they will have done as expected is construct new lines, engage about 100 linesmen within a day or two, maximum 2 hours, and string the line.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and AEDC assure that power supply will be restored as soon as the tower's relocation and cable stringing are completed.
We are doing a lot using technology, and more will be done. For 2025, we have a capex investment plan of about 14 billion naira. A lot is being done to fund that and make sure that Abuja and its environs have uninterrupted power supply.
Expectations are high on the completion of the 2 projects, which will improve infrastructure in the nation's capital, Abuja. Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
You're watching the News Desk at 6 on NTA News 24. More reports in just a moment. Thanks for joining us again. Recently promoted directors across the civil service of the Federation will have to demonstrate leadership, strategic thinking, and commitment to excellence as they are responsible for driving policy implementation, managing resources to inspire exceptional results. Hamad Jabani reports that this is coming at an induction for new directors to support the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The induction of the recent promoted 332 directors across the Federal Civil Service is to improve leadership skills, enhance knowledge and networking opportunities, and enhance performance in the civil service so as to enable them excel in their roles in such a way that will translate into positive impacts on the lives of citizens. The induction is believed to be a key investment in their future and the entire civil service.
It's a process that kind of not brainwashes you, but psych you up to be able to think and share the vision of the administration or whoever is inducting you so that you'll be able to deliver on that promise. And that is why this particular event is so important.
After this training, it will improve our vision, our way of doing things, empowering our juniors.
And it is very welcoming in the sense that there are so many things that we shared, we discussed. What are the challenges, the transformation going on, reforms, so my impression about it is very high.
The induction, which is the first of its kind, focuses on some critical areas that will prepare them for the tasks ahead, which include strategic leadership and governance, ongoing civil service reform initiatives, such as Civil Service Wise GPT, GovMail, Compendium of Circular, and Federal Civil Service Online Academy.
We are available to provide the necessary guidance, tools, and resources to enable you to excel in your roles. Your success is our success, and together we will achieve great things.
2025 marks the final year of Federal Civil Service Strategic and Implementation Plan, FCC 25, with the head of service having a final sprint delivering result as team, and the slogan of the year being 2025 Year of Accomplishment. Hamad Jabani, NTA News.
The Senate Committee on Information and National Orientation has rejected the 8.9 billion naira budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Information and National Orientation. This, according to the committee, is based on the fact that the envelope provided for the ministry in the 2025 appropriation bill is inadequate.
Board, I would appreciate if the chairman, maybe the committee, can give him a time to increase his budget and defend why incorporate new projects, taking into consideration young people as young as 3 years old, because it then goes back to school. Education is information. Information is knowledge.
I support the position
that information is power. And the more we market our country, the safer we are as a democracy. So every consideration should be given to this sector. Thank you.
When I see this kind of figures for Federal Ministry of Information, it is no fault of yours. Somewhere we are missing the point. Because if you take what the government pays into channels, into Arise, into several stations, and we see those people who come and defend the government, it means a lot of money. We know it's a lot of money, but the government own is being sidelined for whatever purpose, I don't know. Lyra is systemic. It's not about Bola, President Bola. It's systemic. And that's why this committee needs to up its ante. What do? Try to make sure that the NTA and other television stations remains competitive. Imagine the revenues that you have. Throughout there, less than 200 million. In fact, 156 million. That's revenue. Imagine your overhead, 3 billion. Imagine your personnel, 3 billion. Imagine your capital, less than 7 billion. And when Senator Natasha was saying, do this, do that, the question is, with what money? With which money? Where would they get the money?
We need to have value reorientation for our people so that whatever we set out to do as a nation can be achieved, no matter which the roads that we build, no matter the hospitals that we build, no matter whatever the engagement that we do. If this value reorientation is not in the front burner, it will not see the light of the day. And so we thank Mr. President for seeing that and for also ensuring that this ministry takes center stage. Let me say that we are more or less a service ministry, meaning that what we do is actually to service what others are doing. And when people come to us, they wonder why we are not constructing this road, or we are not building this, that, or we are not commissioning that. What we do largely is to ensure that the activities of the various ministries and agencies are ventilated to the Nigerian public. Nigerians have the right to know about what government is doing. They have the right to know about the direction that government is going, and they have also the right to ask questions. And that is why what we do at the Ministry of Education, Information is usually a two-way affair. We inform Nigerians. We also take feedback from Nigerians and find a way of also ensuring that government gets to know about that.
And that concludes the news desk on NTA 24. Thank you for your company. I am Mina Daniels.